I remember it's one time that one of the friends of my father, a very well-to-do businessman, invited everybody in the group to join them, and this was summertime, to a town known as San Martino delle Scale, which is right above the town of Palermo. And for some odd reason, in summertime, when Palermo is so hot, in the 90s, almost going into the 100s, high humidity. San Martino, because of the winds, was very cool in their 70s, maybe low 80s. It was just a bit of paradise. The reason why I was so excited to go to the party is because there was a girl, I was barely 11 at the time, or 12, I was right before my teens, that I thought was very cute and I wanted to talk to her. She was the daughter of one of the friends. So usually when we would go to these parties, we would all get together, the boys and girls would go out and play in the woods that were nearby, and then for lunch we'll come back. We get to the party, it becomes obvious that my father is expected to cook it. My father is suddenly super happy. So he starts out and immediately with his jacket on, with his vest on, he gets in front of the barbecue and he starts putting the meat on and he starts brushing it and the smoke coming out. And for a moment, I remember looking at my dad and then looking at my friends in the back, going, Nick, come with us, and thinking, what do I want to do? And something extremely important happened at the very moment. There were two worlds. There was my father sweating, his clothes all messed up, with a cigarette dangling on the side of his mouth. And all these other people around him in the finest of clothing, all custom made, looking fantastic with their elegant shoes, their elegant watches. And I was looking at these two worlds, my father doing the cooking and them looking at my father doing the cooking. And right there and then, I wanted to be that man. I love dinner parties. That's true. I love to have people around. I love to cook for everybody. I love to share. The thing that I love the most when a dinner party takes place is being in the background and watching people eat my food. That is better than cash in the bank. It is because this food was designed and created in such a fashion that I wanted to establish a moment where whatever is happening in the world will stop and people would just focus on what's in front of them because it's so good they're enslaved by it. So a large dinner party is for me a second nature. But something far more important than a large dinner party is an intimate party. Something as simple as two. You and the person you love. The greatest thing is when it happens and it feels like magic. With every bite, the conversation that takes place, what ensues afterwards is a byproduct of the excitement that was created in that fashion. And you don't need to buy foie gras or expensive champagne. You can do that with a pizza and a plate of pasta. In my case, meatballs. It's the feeling that you put behind it, the taste, the respect, and all those tiny little details from the kind of forks, the type of plates, the type of knives, how you dress the table, they're just secondary. And that moment, if you do the dinner right, the person who's standing in front of you, who's eating with you, is the most important person in the world. And if you do it right, they feel that way. Now, that's a good dinner.